Hey guys, this is Fraylife here from Siren Server on Aura Kingdom. Gonna be providing you some tips on completing Ghostweep Cave. This is a level 53 dungeon and requires level 55 for Hell mode. I hope the information I'm giving helps at least one of you guys, and remember to comment, like, and subscribe if it did. So enjoy the video. Seeing as how this is one of the higher level dungeons, you have time to buff and heal your Eidolons before you start. Make sure if you have any party buffs that they're active, and make sure you communicate with your team to make sure you know how you're going to be going through the dungeon, whether it's boss to boss, whether it's slowly pulling just little waves at a time. It's really dependent on your bard and tank. If you're playing a DPS class, you're going to want to receive as little damage as possible and just put out the most you can. Let your bard or tank hold aggro and keep the monsters off you while you work on destroying whatever they pull towards you. If you're a bard, make sure all your teammates are at a safe health. Make sure they always have heals over time on them, and try and keep an eye if there's any newer players in your team to make sure they don't, get bursted down too fast to the point where you didn't really have a chance to heal them. If you're a guardian, your job is pretty simple. Just hold aggro, lead the charge, do what you can to help your team. And if you follow these strategies, I can guarantee that you won't have a problem proceeding to the final ends of the dungeon. So coming up to the first boss, his damage isn't so consistent. He has a lot of burst. He can potentially one-shot you. However, if you're close to your bard and you stay, close to your tank, anything like that, close to a healing totem, you should be fine to survive any attacks that he puts out. Keep in mind, if you're playing a guardian, to try and keep aggro on you. This boss is not so good at staying on one target. He changes a lot. He'll go for your bard, he'll go for your DPS if he has to, and just save those malicing moves for when he does change the target. He's a relatively squishy boss. He dies pretty fast, and you fight him in a small area. So if you do have a healing totem, if you're playing a grenadier and you lay that down, it will most likely heal everyone in your party, so that's really handy. So coming up on the left side of the dungeon, you'll notice that there's a lot of fire turrets around. You don't want to underestimate their damage because they could, over a matter of time, output quite a bit, potentially kill you without you noticing. You want to let your guardian lead the way. He'll absorb most of the damage, and obviously have your bard nearby just in case you do get caught off guard. This next boss has quite a bit of mobs near it, so if you're playing a guardian and you're in a higher level party, feel free to discuss with them about pulling all the mobs to one location and having your AoE classes, such as Ravengers and Wizards, slowly burst them down, therefore making it to the boss quicker and more efficiently. Keep in mind, if your guardian did pull everything to the same location, spam as much of the AoE spells as you have possible. This can make or break a situation in any dungeon. Keep in mind, to spawn this next boss, you'll need to step on the snake's tongue. He doesn't attack you right away. However, it only requires a short period of time between the spawning phase and the battle phase to begin. This gives you time to set up turrets, totems, and extra buffs for your teammates. Once the battle begins, you'll notice this boss is a fan of stacking red carpets in the same area. Be warned that both the snakehead and the boss himself shoot skills that you'll need to dodge in order to survive. He also has a stun that prevents you from moving and casting spells. Used properly, this boss could be deadly in battle against squishy targets. Once again, I recommend staying close to your bard or healing totem for the extra sustain in longer fights. Keep in mind, after every boss, they have a chance of dropping an extra treasure chest with loot. Before entering the portal, look around to make sure the treasure chest has or hasn't spawned. In this next room, the monsters won't follow you too far. This gives you a chance of skipping the entire area by simply walking past any mobs that try to attack you. You can fight these mobs for experience if you'd like, however most parties skip this area completely. This area is only available in Hell and Party mode. The mobs also have a slow, so don't get caught falling behind or it could cost you your life. Once you reach the end, simply kill all the monsters that made it past, and proceed to fight the boss and its minions. This boss will start to spawn a few minions, simply kill them and the boss will spawn immediately after. There's the last boss there. He'll fly up and land on his spot. He pulls me in towards him when I get an extra special crotch view. Crotch view, motherfucker! As soon as this boss spawns, he'll start spawning mobs. Due to the power of these mobs, you don't need to target them directly. Your AoE classes will probably kill them just by targeting the boss himself. This boss shoots out plenty of skills that you'll have to dodge, but due to the floor being red, it's hard to see where he aims them. If you're a squishy ranged character, I suggest not getting too close to this boss. One of his skills allows him to do damage over time to all enemies near him. If you're playing a guardian, keep in mind you can pull the boss away from the fire pit around his legs. This allows for your duelists and ravagers to put out some extra damage without taking too much. If you want to use your Eidolon combo move, this will pull you closer to the boss, potentially taking more damage than you can handle. Your bard doesn't have time to individually heal every member of the team, so make it your responsibility to negate damage as much as possible. Okay guys, that was my guide on completing Ghostweep Cave on party mode. Same rules apply for Hell mode. This is a level 53 dungeon, 55 on Hell mode, and I appreciate you guys watching, and I hope to help some of you guys out. Have a good day.